217. Issue with crime.
Driving down the road at night.
Well, we made it to the middle of February. Well, almost there. We're not quite. Middle of February? What am I talking about? This is the first week of February. It's February 4th. It's a couple days after Groundhog Day. Did you guys watch that movie? I did. Yeah. I watched Groundhog Day. It's a tradition every year. And, you know, it seems like every time I watch that movie, I notice new things. So, how's everybody doing? Been kind of a hell of a week here in Minneapolis. Lots of things happen with the radio that I'll get to talk about tonight. It's a very frustrating week here, and especially for DXing. I didn't get to see the comet that was out because it was too cloudy here in Minnesota. It's always been cloudy for some stupid reason. It's Minnesota in the winter. It gets cloudy here. It doesn't get clear, so I can't see the comet. You've yet to watch Groundhog. What? Where have you been, man? That movie came out in like 93. Bill Murray is in it. Andy McDowell. So he played the guy that's stuck in a time loop. Every day he wakes up, it's Groundhog Day. It's a very good one. One of my favorites. It's got Harold Ramis in it. I think he was a writer. Or director or something. Anyway, that's not the subject we're here for. We're here for DX. So as I was saying, it's been a heck of a week. It's been a really rough week as far as DXing goes. I lost several of days, potential DX days, because of a stupid problem that I'll discuss here in a minute. Get the SVR unmuted. Go into the main window. So, as you can see, once again, our usual suspect down there in the window down here, Anoka County Scanner Crews. They're out live tonight. Yeah, that's Meatballs and Stripes. That's before my time, and hopefully, you guys will have to let me know during this broadcast. Hopefully, I figured out the problem with the echo of the SDR. I know that was bothering people last time. I think I figured out what happened. Hey, there's Justin. There's another Justin. There's two Justins in here. Too many Justins on the dance floor. Yeah, Live on Patrol is also on tonight. Can you guys hear the SDR? Is it good? Is the audio good? Or do I need to turn it up? Is it too low? I'm watching the comments over here to my left. There, how's that? Better? Okay, good. Yeah, I can see the meters here on OBS software. So, first of all, I wanted to address the balloon in the room. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but there was this Chinese spy balloon that flew over the United States this week. If you haven't noticed, you have clearly missed out on a ton of news cycles, because it was all over the place, and it's still being talked about, it's still being debated. And what a crazy story, you know, that balloon going across the U.S. I don't want to get political on this show. I don't like politics and stuff like that, especially to people. Everybody's got their own opinion about certain things, but I thought it was freaking awesome that they shot it down today. And that's a spoiler. I was going to tell you about what happened. On Tuesday, it's either Monday or Tuesday, they detected it over Montana. And a couple people in Billings, Montana, where I've been many times. I used to live in Sheridan, Wyoming when I was in my 20s. I was the news director at Legend Communications there. Legend Communications has KLGT 96.5, KZZS 98.3 Story, KHRW 92.7. It used to be the Eagle, now it's some Christian contemporary station. I can't believe they've gutted that. And also KBBS 1450 AM from Buffalo, Wyoming. I was the news director of those stations for about 4.5 years, 5 years. It's a fun job, but didn't pay very well. You know, it's typical of radio. Didn't pay very well in the management. Lots of problems with the management. I want to say it was a top-down problem. Like I fought for 4 years to get a radio show on the Classic Hits station. And the last year, they're like, or last month I was there, they're like, oh, you can have a show. It's like the last month. I've been fighting for 4 years for this. But I got a chance, and I'm grateful that I worked in that industry. That was my last radio job, so love to get back into the industry. Anyway, so they saw it over Billings, and it floated down through Nebraska. I think there was some sightings in Nebraska, and then it was really spotted in Kansas City. I think the National Weather Service saw it in Kansas City, and then you didn't hear about it for a few hours. Of course, it was all over the 24-hour news cycle channels. By the way, this broadcast is brought to you by Mango Stash. I think I did one of these the other day, the last stream or so. Hop Valley Brewing Company, Mango Stash. This is the last of it. I'm trying to get rid of it. We've seen over Kansas City, then they kind of lost track of it. Said it was over South Carolina this morning, and then like instantaneously they shot it down over Myrtle Beach, and we got it. So it's really cool. That was the intro video that you saw here. So, today's this week's and into the next week, Lloyd is on vacation. He's doing Fat Tuesday stuff down there in the Big Easy. So hat tip to him. He's got to be having a fun time down there. I'd love to go down there during Mardi Gras, although I have a feeling it would be crazy busy and just crowded as hell. I can't do crowds very well. But I hope Lloyd's having fun down there. He's off for, I believe, a week or two more. He's not coming back next week. It's the week after that. Fat Tuesday, after Fat Tuesday. So he's doing the challenge of all the graveyard frequencies. That's 1230, 1240, 1340, 1400, 1450, and 1490. There we go. I believe that's all. If I missed something. Yeah. There's lots of opinions on what the balloon was. Our own government even said it was a spy balloon. You know, China was like it's a weather balloon. It's like. But the video, yeah, if you haven't seen the video, it's all over the internet. Just search for a video of a balloon being shot down. It's pretty cool. You can see the jet come in and the missile, or whatever it was that shot it. So yeah, the challenge this period of time until after Fat Tuesday is graveyarders, and I have had a blast with this one. Hold on a second. Get off of that. I've had a blast with this one. I have dug out some graveyarders that I had completely forgotten about. Like there's some things like a couple of nights ago after I got things fixed. What was it? KFIZ from Fond du Lac made it here. A bunch of Wisconsin stations, pretty common here. But Fond du Lac, I definitely noticed the clarity on that one. That one was a lot clearer than it has been in a while. But the graveyard, this is the fun one. This is the big one of the year, and I really love this one. Although I don't remember participating as much in the past years, but this year I'm kind of gung-ho. So how have you guys been doing? I know a lot of you have been getting logs. I've been following Justin's logs down there in the chat because he's in our Facebook group. By the way, it's I Love AM Radio. Getting some really good logs. I haven't done as good since the last broadcast. As you can see down here on the bottom of the scroll, that's my logs from the last time from 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I'm reading your chat about the balloon. But anyway, some of the new logs I got this week were WMQU, a graveyarder, 1230 Grayling, Michigan, and that was on the 23rd of this month, or last month rather. WCHT Escanaba, Michigan on 600. That was a late night one. WNIO 1390 Youngstown, Pennsylvania on the 29th of this month, or last month. 1390 AM. Normally there I have like Granite City Sports from St. Cloud, that's KXSS, and the Chicago Monster Gospel Station is there on 1390. You got a new one? Congratulations, we got a new log. Earl got Chattanooga on 1370. Also got KRLL 1420 from California on the 30th of last month, and WHOW 1520 was my first log of February, and I'm not doing very well. I do have some recordings I still have to go over. I'm not sure if we're going to have time to get to that later in the broadcast, but I might do, we should do a top of the hour recording here. In fact, let's do that since we're getting close to 9 o'clock Central. Let's do a scheduled recording, shall we? Ooh, that was weird. I thought I heard some CW in there, some Morse code. This is 1450, by the way, and I know you guys can barely hear it. I'll turn it up here. Yeah, that's weird. I'm looking at your guys' chat. I have no idea. I'm not moderating this. The only moderator in here is Bill. Yeah, we have top of the hour, guys. It's 57 after. About 30 seconds, so let's get off of 1450. Watch the clock. That's probably Rochester. I'll pull up my logs really quick. Fox Sports. We are Fox Sports. So that could have been Mankato, the Fox Sports. What are we doing back on 1450? Oh, there's some oldies. Weird. You guys hear that oldies song coming up? Let's find out who that is. Probably Cloquet. Yeah, I've heard WBET. I'm trying to figure out who this oldies is on 1230. Probably International Falls. Unfortunately, they don't stream. Actually, that sounds like classic country. That's Patsy Cline. So it could be Cloquet. Oh, they do stream. KGHS streams. Sounds like Patsy Cline. Come on. Where's the ad? There's a pre-roll ad. You can't see this. Oh, that's the recording. No, KGHS is still in news. I got their stream up. They're still in news, so that's not KGHS. My guess is it would be Cloquet. We can find out. We can find out. Global tuners. Pull up the. You're gonna hear an echo of the SDR here in a minute. This is Global Tuners. That's definitely country. Oh, they're playing. I've heard that song. That's the Fifth Dimension. So that's KGHS. That if we hear Fifth Dimension, we're hearing KGHS. I don't hear Fifth Dimension. I hear a country song in there. So I'm going to be hopefully taking a few breaks tonight. I realize that I do these shows straight through, usually without a break, but I'm going to try to take some breaks tonight, take it easy on myself. I bet you that was Iron River, WFER. It is. I have a match of the stream. That's Iron River, Michigan right there. WFER is the country. Yeah. Classic country, so yeah, they would play Patsy Cline. Nice, Carl. This country song you hear fading up right now, that's WFER. I'm probably going to get dinged for it. There's a mention of Green Bay in there. I don't know if you guys heard that. It sounded like he said Green Bay. But there is no 1240 near, or 1230 near Green Bay that I'm aware of. Probably sports. Ah, the ground is shaking. You guys can't see this, but we're having a bit of an earthquake here. If you look ever so slightly at the frame, it's shaking. And I'll tell you why here in a minute. This happens all the time. So, not really badly shaking like this. It was shaking just ever so subtly. We have a train track that goes, that's about a 1/10 of a mile that way. Anytime a train goes by. Something county's home for real country. And to pause there for the end of the song. If you guys hear anything during my stream that I don't catch, let me know. Like, if you hear like things that I don't, shout them out in the chat. But we know that's not, we know that's WFER. I'm pretty sure that's WFER. So yeah, once again, our friends over at MNScanner Live are broadcasting down here underneath the waterfall. That's Anoka County Scanner and Crews. They're live every Saturday night. If you're familiar with the Live on Patrol that our Ramsey County Sheriff does, they do the same thing, but they drive around Anoka County. They're not cops, so they're just regular folks who help people out and stuff like that. When it was really snowy here, they were pulling people out with their truck. Now I hear Baker Street. That could be, you know who that is? That's Brainerd, KVBR. They're playing Dave Ramsey. When you get as good a DXer as, you know, when you've been doing this long enough, you start picking up patterns. Let's get off at 12:30 and go up to 12:40. Oh, did my stream reload? It did. What? Not so far, Christopher. The last time I had a new log was on the 1st. And there's a pretty big reason for that. I'll tell you what happened this week. I am really behind on DXing. But we're going to get it fixed. It's something I want to get fixed, and it'll get fixed, like, hopefully permanently. That sounded like the ABC News sounder there briefly. .40 is just, usually it's a mess here. One of the tricks Lloyd taught me is to use upper and lower sidebands. You know, if you're having trouble hearing something on the graveyard, just try those two. It can help you dig stuff out. Plus you can change the bandwidth. That's the beautiful thing about SDRs, is you can make it sound as wide or as narrow as you want to. But yeah, try the upper sideband or lower sideband if you're getting live and local now. That's probably now Decatur, WSOY, I believe. Very common catch here. I hear them all the time. WSOY. I got a new mountain calendar there today. I believe it. I believe, yeah, those, I bet you that Maui SDR is awesome for checking like how far like stations from the mainland come out into Hawaii. I know I have a cousin who DX'd from Hawaii, and he heard some stuff from the mainland, particularly on the west coast, like Portland and Seattle, all the way down to like Mexico and stuff like that. One of these days, one of these years, I'll get to Hawaii. I kind of think Hawaii is overrated, though. Nova Scotia is where you want to go. It's the most beautiful part of Canada. Guarantee it. I get it. thing about graveyarders, and the thing I love about them, is that stations will just float in and out of nowhere. Like 1 second you could have like, well, this is an example for Minnesota or Wyoming. Let's use Wyoming because it's easier. One second you could have KUGR on 1490 from Green River, and the next second you could have KGOS 1490 from Torrington, Wyoming. Two opposite sides of the state, but they can come and go, and they can go like this on top of each other. And then there was other 1490s near there's a couple in Montana. There was one in I'm trying to remember Sheridan's dial. It's been a while. 1490 out there would probably be, I think there's a Bozeman or Billings or something. Not Billings, Bozeman or Butte that has a 1490. Yeah, we want to go to Newfoundland too, Carl. My wife was talking about that today, Newfoundland. But I've been having a lot of luck with graveyarders recording top of the hour. Like I record in the mornings now that the new month is here. Sunrise is at a different time. It's at I think 7:15 here, or it's either 7:15 or 7:45. I want to say 7:15. But I have really good luck with getting graveyarders out of nothing. When we get up to 1450, I'll tell you about one that I get very common there. Alright, so let's see, about 15 hour, I'm going to take a quick break. We'll come back. I was going to tell you about the problems that I've had this week. It's all DX related. It's important stuff that you want to keep in mind, especially if you live in a cold environment. If you live in a hot environment, you probably don't have to worry so much about this, but something I've found out, particularly this year, that I've had problems with. It's about 9:15, we'll go on a break, and we'll come back and talk about that. I need to start taking breaks more with this show, and they're not going to be long breaks, maybe a couple minutes. But I need to not rush through this. But I do have a list of things I wanted to get to tonight. L, yes, it is overrated. Why is overrated? There's all the Jurassic Park stuff was shot there, including the crappy Dominion, Jurassic Park Dominion. It looks like my friends at the Anoka County Scanner and Cruise, we're stuck at like a really long red light. That's over by, that's actually close to me where they're at right now. They're up by Northtown, or Northdale, or Riverdale rather, not Northdale. They're on Northtown, or Northdale. Yeah. They're on Northdale, and they're right by Riverdale. There's too many Dales here. I'd like to siphon some of their audience over there. Actually, according to this, looks like they're in downtown Anoka, but on the other one, they're not there yet. Maybe you're behind. Oh, what is this coming up? You guys, I'm gonna let you listen to that while I take a quick break here. Well, there we go. I gotta turn on the audio back on. You know, since technically, there we go. I must be low. Like my audio must be low. Hang on. There we go. So while I was in that quick break there, I didn't really go anywhere. But while I was in that quick break there, I heard 97.1 or something, 12:40 a.m. 97.1. So I might have to look up what that is. Hang on a second. I'm gonna fix something with this window here. Yeah, they are live. There you go. Stupid software. There we go. So yeah, if you guys have any tips on what you use to dig out graveyarders, let me know in the chat. Sunrise is a good time for graveyarders. I actually have to agree with that. Or late at night, like between the hours of like midnight and like, you know, sunrise. I agree with that. Like I've done some recordings. I got a recording that I haven't checked from this morning at like 4 in the morning. But I looked at the waveform and the signals look pretty good. I don't know. I don't have a problem with that here. We're going to check other frequencies tonight, but we'll stick to the graveyarders here for a little bit. Not really so much on 1240 tonight. 1240 is kind of a ghost land. Go figure. Pun intended. It's probably because there's not a lot of land to the west of you. You're on the west coast. You're kind of limited by the geography. Yeah. So we'll do another show in a couple of weeks. I think by that time Lloyd will be back, or Fat Tuesday will be over with. He will probably be back on the 17th, I'm thinking. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong with as far as Lloyd's schedule. Most of the time I catch the beginning of his show, and sometimes I stay through the whole thing, but I have to, you know, have time with my wife, so I don't see the ending of it. I see bits and pieces, or I have it running in the background. So if Lloyd comes back on the 17th, I believe. So that means we'll do a show on the 18th with whatever his new frequency of the week is. And then it'll be March. March 4th will be the one after that. And AM season's starting to wind down. So I don't think we're going to do these in the summer unless we get some skip openings. That'd be kind of cool. What I would love to do, I know it's going to probably be a copyright issue because a lot of the times you're listening to FM stations, they're playing music. But I'd like to do at least one stream where there's skip going on, so you guys can see what that looks like. And it'll be the first time I've used this SDR for skip, so we'll see what becomes of that. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to skip season. We'll hopefully we'll start sooner than later. Like last year was kind of a late start. It was like late May, early June. I wanted to start in early May. There's been years where it starts in early May. 1340 is usually KROC, I believe. Rochester, yeah, I hear Rochester more than any other station on this channel. It's only 70 miles away. I don't know. I've had good luck. February 24. Okay, so 3 weeks. 1, 2, 3. Well, I will be back on the 18th. I will do another show without Lloyd, and we'll continue probably talking about the Graveyarders. I don't think that one will be as long, since we've already covered the subject, unless I get a lot of logs or I have something to talk about. So yeah, Lloyd is coming back on February 14th. Mark it on your calendars. Hit subscribe, hit the notification button so you can see when he goes live. And if you're a fan of Anoka County Scanner, do that too. They're not paying me to say that, by the way. I'm not being paid to promote their stream. They're a brand new channel and they needed help. So I wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened this week, what kind of like got my logs down to very few. So it was either Monday or Tuesday night. There was something that happened to my long wire. My long wire is this kind of stuff right here, speaker wire. I think it's 16 gauge. Most of it anyway. There's a portion that's 14 gauge that goes out the window, comes down to where it connects to the 16 gauge, and that goes the rest of the length. It's 100 and some odd feet. I didn't even count, but it's like 100 and, I don't know, 50 feet used to be. Somewhere around 100 feet. We'll just say that, of this stuff right here. And if you've ever had speaker wire outside in the winter and it gets really cold, you might have some breakage. So the long wire that I'm using had a couple of spots where it was, I'm not even sure if it was broken or something was different about it, but I was getting so frustrated I couldn't figure out why WCCO, which is right here.
But it's a really good way. If it start at 3 and then go from 3 to 4% or 4 to 5%, you don't have to start at $22,500. That's a lot of money
from me.
That can change your
to
budgeting,
the west.
your cash flow. So this is a
West northwest, 2 miles from me.
As well for all new, not existing, but new.
Anyway, they, because they are a 50,000 watt station, were just splattering all over the band. Like it looked like this, right? It looked like the over here.
Can now do Roth contributions.
It's backwards. Over here,
Never could in the past, which
the waterfall looks like it does now.
In the past.
But every single local channel I have
but it just made sense, right? That you could
was polluted by WCCO. And you could see it on the timeline. Like, I have a local on 7... That's Zoomer, right, by the way. I have a local on 740 during the day, WDGY. There's one here on 770 during the day, KUOM. There is one on 900, that's KTIS. 950, obviously, 980, 1030, and up and up and up. Every single Minneapolis station had an image of WCCO underneath it. The DX frequencies, the stuff that's not local, didn't have that problem. Just the locals. So something was leaking into my wire that was preventing the signals from being normal. Come to find, after taking I took my entire long wire down. I was like, screw it. I'm not going to even do a show on Saturday if it's going to be like this. If you watch my Twitter, you would have seen that, because I was saying, crap, what am I going to do? You know, I can't go live like this. That's not a very good product. It's going to look like terrible if everybody can hear WCCO behind my locals. And it was embarrassing. I couldn't DX. So I took the entire wire down, checked every single connection that I had. Wasn't the connections. There was one splice that was bad that I needed to be replaced. It was easy to fix. Did Anoka County Scanner, are they done? Let me see if they're done, because I noticed the stream just stopped. No, they're still going. There we go. Now it's catching up. Their stream is really buffering. I'm sure mine's doing it too. Anyway, back to the story. There were a couple bad splices. There were some places where the wire separated. You know, and it was because it was super cold here. It was like 15 below, 10 below, 15 below. And we have deer in the backyard too. So the deer have probably come and nibbled on it a little bit, which I expected. Thankfully it's easy to fix. I took the entire wire, brought it inside, let it warm up a little bit. Went back out there, put it a different direction. Now it's facing southwest. WCCO is southeast or northeast. The wire is saying God damn it. Let me start over. WCCO is northwest. Right? The wire goes southwest. Kind of like perpendicular to it. Whatever I did must have fixed it. So I was like, okay, cool, I can record, you know, again, I can record the evenings and I can record the mornings and I can get my logs back up. I did manage to get a couple out of that. The KRLL, I believe, and the WHOW logs were because of that, because I was able to fix it briefly. The next morning I woke up to check the 8 o'clock in the morning recording. WCCO splatters again. It's gone. So I checked the termination point on the antenna. It's got a terminator. It's a tomato cage, you know, like for a garden. I checked that. The connection is loose. I fixed that. Still got a problem. Ugh. This was a few days ago. This was Thursday. I had some extra time. I came up with an idea. Get some scalding hot boiling water and pour it on the ground. I have a ground stake in here by the patio where the SDR is grounded. It's under snow right now, or was, but I poured the boiling water on the ground, right around the ground. The signal's back to normal. We're normal. That's all it was. Check your grounds. I knew it was the ground. It wasn't the antenna. The antenna was fine. The ground was crap. We got... How did that flip down? Did I record that? That 12:30 that was airing in the Dave Ramsey show, I think, is Brainerd. Looks like they're driving on Coon Rapids Boulevard right now, going towards Blaine. 1340 is kind of a crapshoot. There used to be a really bad hum here, but it's not a problem anymore. Not as much. I still think it's the cool thing about the graveyard is just how it just comes in and out. It doesn't, there's no guarantee you're going to get a station. You just have to listen, and the longer you listen, you'll pick things out. Is not very productive tonight. 1400 is local, but as you can see, the local is it's about 7 miles away, maybe a little bit more. I could pull up a map really quick and see exactly how far this local is. KMD. Yeah, you were telling me that the other day, Jacob. That's probably what it is. And this Mexican song's gonna get my copyright trigger here.
Your dog.
1450 is one of my most productive frequencies here. So yeah, that's why my reception in the fall was like excellent compared to now, because the ground hadn't frozen yet. It sucks, but that's just what it is, you know. I probably should bang an 8-footer in there, and it's probably the HOA probably won't like that, but you know what? What they don't know about won't kill them. Stupid HOA. Never buy a house with a homeowners association. I know some people don't have that choice, but if you had a choice, don't do it. Sounds like there's Irene Cara is in the background of this. So KM&V, my local on 1400, is 15 miles from me. Almost exactly. This one. Sometimes they can fall. Sometimes they can go down. I've got quite a few logs on 1450 or 1400. I wouldn't surprise me. They would pull that crap. They've upped our fees every year. Our HOA fees have gone up like $20 every year that we've lived here. And that's for, pardon my French, that's for shitty service. They barely take care of the property. We're not getting much on these graveyarders. I'm having a bad night as far as graveyarders. That's stupid. Well, I'm pretty sure we're going to make a profit off of this house. When or if we move. We've put some equity into the house. We've upgraded quite a few things. 1490 is right next to KSTP, which is actually pretty quiet tonight. Are they on dead air?
Do let me know. But Jalen.
No. I think we'll go to 10 o'clock tonight, and that's a hard deadline. I got a few more things I want to talk about, but for the most part I've accomplished what I wanted to get done, so we'll just DX for the rest of the time. I don't want to go over the recordings with you guys. Some other time, we'll do that. See? Stuff fades up out of nowhere. Then it's gone. Like a fart in the wind, it's gone.
Eliminating an employment policy that many have found objectionable. Bloomberg's Amy Morris explains. They call it the SMILE policy, which says that applicants without missing, broken, or badly colored teeth.
Do you hear regional Mexican? Do you hear like Spanish music?
Operates more than 650 stores in 6 states.
Yeah, except for the top of the hour bill. That's right. Murphy's Law. God, I'd love to get a new log on the stream. I usually am not lucky enough to get a new log during the broadcast.
Right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plans and up. That's our specialty. Even great smokers rates.
Another train going by.
Right now for a free quote. 866-549-TERM. 866-549-TERM. 866-549-TERM.
You can see it shaking, can't you? That's the train doing that.
David was in big trouble with the IRS. At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year...
My whole house shakes when the train goes by.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer. Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save. Get a tax
That might be lacrosse, Keegan.
Should have called way sooner. Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David.
Probably lacrosse. Really common test here. WLXR, I think. XLR. The Eagle. Their playlist says they just played. They're playing Waka Ray Renee right now. I don't hear that. There's definitely an oldies station in there. like that Gestapo HOA. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. Oh, there's Reelin' in the Years by, God, Steely Dan. Just started. Yeah, it's a boring night. I know you guys can't hear this, but the stream for WLXR is playing Tequila. It's really far behind. There's a local ad. That was a local ad. Problems with the recorder program I use. Now it sounds like Babe by Styx. No, there's another station. HOAs are like a group of Karens. That's what they are. It's a group of Karens. So the Earth, Wind, and Fire was WLXR La Crosse. I kind of figured it was. They're very common here. It's like every recording I have, they're there. But fun fact, they ID a little bit after the top of the hour. They don't ID at the top of the hour. There's two oldie stations there. And I have to be in lower sideband because of KSTP. Otherwise it would sound like this. You get a lot of chatter from KSTP on the upper sideband. So 1490. Also, another big event that happened this week. You see that line that's on 1470? The big blob here? My local that has been off air for quite a while just came back on the air. 7 miles away. So that hampers things. Oh, the poopy dog. Scout, I think is the name of the first dog that they showed. That's Scout. We got another dog tonight. 2 dogs riding along. It's like backseat cam or something. Scout and Bella are the name of the dogs. God, we are not having any luck tonight. I think we're going to go somewhere else in the last couple minutes, 20 minutes here. Let's try something else. Get off the graveyarders, because we're not limited to those. Who is this? Sounds like a gospel station. 1590, it's like jovial gospel. Funky. Whoever this is really loud. Probably gonna get a ding for this. Is that Kansas City? KPRT? Come on. not Kansas City. Somebody mentioned Last of Us. That is a... No, it's not. It's not Kansas City. There was an ID there. Into, I wonder if that was WSRW. Hold on. Peter Gabriel, or not Peter Gabriel, Peter Cetera. Come on. Do, 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 do. God, that's a song I haven't heard in a while. Like a road that never ends. WAKR probably. Akron. Oh, I blew through my radio locator usage for the day, so that screws that up. I bet you that was WAKR. If it's wise. RadioLocator.com. There's ways around it. If you ever run into the limitation on Radio Locator, either switch your Wi-Fi or use a proxy. The next time I bet you that's WAKR. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm gonna get so dinged for this. This one's gonna have copyright. Won't be able to monetize this video. This is probably CKDO. Yeah, it can be muted. There's ways around it. There's options. CKDO. You can hear the guy saying something about Canadian bands. God, they're loud. Here's my local 1570 conservative talk. Freedom 1570.
But it's always a little bit too late. It's always, we're not going to give you cash. Yes, we're getting
all balloon talk all the time. KVGB, or not KVGB. This is the Milwaukee Gospel Station, 1560 from Milwaukee here. Just dominating. How come you guys aren't seeing the frequency change? There we go. Jeez. The station or the website for KPRPT still has like old COVID information.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Hiring can be a headache. That's why there's Indeed, the hiring platform that removes the hassle. Sponsor a job and immediately get a short list of quality candidates. And you can schedule and conduct video interviews right on their site. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Hiring is hard. Luckily, there's Indeed. The hiring platform makes it easy
this is probably WJIL, Jacksonville, Illinois. Never on their night power. The station's been cheating for years. There's no way they're on their night power. I wonder what their power bill is.
So much more to control your high blood pressure. Doing the minimum isn't doing enough. I'm under a lot of pressure and can quit whenever I want. I bet you didn't know that. But I like my job.
You know, I forgot to update my totals. So that current total down there at the bottom is wrong. It should say... I'll do that really quick so you guys can see it happen live. We got time. We got all the time in the world. It's been 5 minutes past midnight forever. We got all the time in the world, man. We got nothing but time. Okay, so it should be 1,000... $1,172. Alright, so watch that little scrolling thing down there where it says current temperature. Watch that really quick and you'll see something happen here. I don't know if it's gone through yet, but it should say my current total is 1,167. We'll wait till it goes by after this. One more. Hey, I hear Highway to the Danger Zone in there. 1550. Okay, see that one? There he goes! 1,172. Easy fix. You didn't see that. I did that last week too. I screwed up on something. Or 2 weeks ago. Oh shoot. That one's gonna definitely get me a ding there. Thank you, Bon Jovi. Of course, KXEL.
Kentucky, something about it. America's only conservative Christian area. And they donate a portion of
KXEL, Waterloo. 1530 is WCKY from Cincinnati.
Did a great job of just chasing the ball down, man. And whoever hit your corner,
Here's Rochester, Minnesota. Sometimes Oklahoma City is in here. KOKC. They're very rare now. KOKC is not as common. 1510 is usually right now the 38 special song I think is South Dakota. Pretty sure it's South Dakota. Millbank. And the other one is Nashville. The talker you hear is Nashville. Gosh, KSDP is not as bad of a splatter tonight. It's weird. Normally KSDP is like annoying. Yeah, KOKC is rare here. Of course, 1490 you saw earlier. 1480 is not going to be much because of KMNQ right next to it. I think I am going to record. Let's see, I'm going to record the 11 o'clock hour, top of the hour. Let's set my schedule here ahead of time. Spanish on this station is sometimes, I believe, Milwaukee, is it? Wisconsin? Yeah, West Allis, WJTI is what we're hearing here. Good night, Carl. Yeah, 5090 is a fun frequency. I bet you this is West Allis coming up right now. Wisconsin. So we went over 1450 earlier.
Home system and appliance repairs and replacements can cause stress.
1430 is Indianapolis, most nights. Beaver Dam, Wisconsin's also in there. Polka, yes. There's quite a few. The The closest one I can think of. The closest one I can think of is sometimes WVAL from Sauk Rapids plays polka, but there's also the 1150 Chasm from Albany that plays polka. There's also KNUJ 860 from Sleepy Eye that plays polka, or New Ulm rather. Lots of polka stations. Canada might be in here too on 1430. Yeah, KDHL does too, 920. So once again, guys, we're going till 10 o'clock. Hope you've had at least enjoyed this a little bit. Let's hope we can get another log here in the next 4 minutes or so. That'd be nice. I'd love to get a log on this stream. And I've had a kind of a slump. Although moving the wires seemed to help a little bit. It certainly quieted WCCO down, especially fixing the ground. So the nostalgia here is probably KDTH, Dubuque, Iowa. DXing has sucked for me too, Chris, because I had problems with my wire. Yeah, I almost thought about going back to my analog radios. I think the sports in here is WSPD Toledo.
Get these photographs and instead of 735 is 460 on the radio. 8144 free throw coming for 52 shots. I think they're available. You guys can set up that by the way. They can't even realize it.
That's sports or is that regional?
They don't have to. But for me, it's
there's music on 1360.
Sports easy boy. Well, no, you can't even write.
Who is that?
So I'm asking the wrong guy.
You know, some place military.
But yes, CRT, critical race theory. You know, the dams are all
it might
behind.
be WKYO, Caro, Michigan.
And finally, owner of Goonies House intends to welcome fans of this beloved film. I didn't buy it to keep it to myself. New homeowner of the iconic
God forbid.
Goonies says he wants to welcome as many diehard fans of the film as possible.
What's wrong with that? KMGM. It's like everything grievances right now. Like, why is there? Ooh, do you hear the Do you hear the Maroon 5? Who'd that be? I wonder if that's KRWC. No, it isn't. Who would be playing top 40 on 1360? It's another song. It can't be the KMJM from Cedar Rapids. You know what this probably is? It's Veroka, whatever. Where is that? Viroqua. Jesus, that's Adele. Wow. Strong signal there. Wow, that got loud. I had to turn it down, and you saw me turn it down. Holy cow. Wow! Holy cow! Whoa! Alright, someone look up who's playing Adele right now on 1360. It is Verokwa. It's probably Verokwa. But look it up if you guys can. If you can get a stream confirmation of who that is. We'll go a little past the top of the hour so we can let the top of the hour play. I think this is Verokwa. But, yeah, I gotta be careful with the copyright. But dang, that's loud. Who's playing Adele right now? It's probably Verokwa. I don't know who else that would be. You're my child. God, I rolled my ankle today. It sucked. It's in the Walmart parking lot. I rolled my ankle. It hurts like a bee. It's better now. I've been able to rest, but that hurts. You ever roll your ankle? All right, guys. 2 minutes. A minute and a half. Top of the hour. We'll listen together. You're my child.
You know, it's amazing how much time it's taken. How many more downloads can we
You gotta be kidding me. Does he say that? Does he really say that? I hope you roll your ankle. I can see him saying that. He's kind of a jerk. Chad Hartman says, roll your ankle. That guy's on WCCO. He's on the afternoons. WLBK was what that was. So they're a liar. Radio locator's wrong. I gotta fix that. Where is I know where DeKalb is. There's an echo there. WLBK is not news talk. Yeah, it was DeKalb. Probably WTAQ in there as well, but okay. I don't really have anything else to do tonight, so I'm going to let you guys out of class early. Appreciate you coming. If you haven't subscribed already, do that. You know, you can hit the notifications. I'm not going to force you to. I don't really rely on or want you to subscribe. You can do it if you want to. It's not going to hurt my feelings if you don't. It has taken me forever to build up the subscriber base of this channel, but that's a story for another day. Anyway, yeah, it's DeKalb where Leroy was at one point. It's an inside joke, family joke. Anyway, that will do it for me here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We had an hour, we didn't get anything. Doesn't mean I'm not going to get anything else before next stream. We'll keep plugging away. Got a little bit of winter left. We got a lot of winter left here in the Midwest. All you guys down in Texas and the South, you're all lucky because you're You're leafing out already. Not here. Yep, Bill. See you guys later. Thanks for joining. They're not on right now, or they might be stuck at a red light, but go check out Anoka County Scanner. MNScanner is their channel. Oh, there goes the Popo right in their shot. That's a small channel. They need some help. Give them some love. You know, submit your logs to Lloyd's challenge. It's on DXCentralOnline.com. The page is over there. You know what to do. You guys are experienced. I trust you. So I'll see you in 2 weeks. It will be same time, 45 after 8 Central. I think that's 2:45 UTC. Still have trouble with that. It'll be the 18th of this month, February. So 2 weeks. See you guys on the flip side and 73s. Good night.
Driving down the road at night, I'm alone with thoughts in my head. I know I'm somewhere in the old Southwest, that it comforts me a beacon of red. I see the red light flashing ahead, sending signals to the stars above. Sound of voices from far away. Oh, I never could reveal my love. I listen to the radio. Oh, I listen to the radio. Oh, I listen to the radio.